Welcome back to The Grind. In this video, we are going to talk about whether or not the 6-star featured arena is worth it for the casual grinder or for what players it might be beneficial. Now, unfortunately, I was a little late in making this video, so the arena has ended. So we have to come into the completed arena tab in order to take a look at what I have done. Now, I didn't grind really hard, but I wanted to compare effort put into each arena and see what we get out of it. Now, obviously, if you're going to actually grind for the 6-star featured champion, you have no choice but to go into that arena because that is obviously where you're going to get that champion, or as a 5-star champion as well. And of course, if you're just going for these top whatever 1 to 5 or 6 to 10% rewards, then you're going to want to put up lots of points in them. But that is more for extremely developed rosters and end game players. Now, what is going to be the really thing we want to look at is comparing what you get from these milestones and how far apart the milestones are. The first several are 1,000,000 points apart, which is, a lot, but not as bad since the 6-star champions give more points in this arena. But then very quickly, it's separates out to 1.5 million points for the next several milestones, and then it kind of continues on with 1.5 million points as the spread for the remainder of the milestones. And if you have an extremely developed roster where you have lots of rank 3 champions and a ton of rank 2 champions at your disposal, then it's probably only going to take you like 6 to 8 rounds to clear each of these milestones at 1.5 million. But unless you have a ton of champions to do that, it's going to be hard for you to clear all the milestones because you're going to have to allow the champions to refresh. And if you're relying on rank 1 champions, it's going to take a lot more rounds to get there. So for the majority of players that do not have a ton of these 6 stars at their disposal, it might not be that useful. So what did I do in this arena? Well, I used some of my rank 1s, but mostly I relied on my rank 3 and rank 2 champions for this. And I just casually played to get to about 3 million points. And it took me 19 rounds to do that. And in getting there, I got 15 units there, 15 units there, and then 15 units from these first two. So 45 units for 19 rounds. And in the 6-star arenas, each round takes a little bit longer than in Summoner Trials does. So it ended up being about 1.3 to 1.5 units per minute. And if you want to break it down per round, that's 45 units for the 18 to 19 rounds that it took. Now, let's go back and take a look at the 6-star basic arena. I actually only did 16 rounds in this arena, and those 16 rounds got me to 1.5 million points. And actually, those 16 rounds included just one fight from that next round. And so we got 15, 30, 45, 60 units from those 16 rounds. So we spent less rounds in this arena, and we got more units. And that is the main take home here, is you can get more units for less time. Now, what is the difference? Because in the last arena, we only did the 1 million spread milestones. After that, it was going to get even harder to get those 15 units and take even more rounds. Like I said, 6 to 8 rounds for using your champions. And if you're relying on rank 1 champions, you're going to be having a harder time to win the fights, so it's going to take even longer to do those rounds than if you're doing this arena, where if you're using max rank 5 stars or rank 2 6 stars and above, then you're only going to have to do 5 rounds to clear each of these milestones. So you're doing less rounds, and because you're using higher tier or higher rank champions, you're going to be able to complete those rounds quicker. So your units per minute is going to be significantly less. Maybe not significantly less, but it is going to be less, and it's going to get you around more 1.5 to 1.7 units per minute. And there's a bunch of milestones that you can do at that milestone separation. They're all 500,000 points. So there's plenty to offer there. And of course, you can pick up the basic 4-star along the way if you want to. And then comparing over here to the Summoner's Trial, so we got 60 units for about 16 rounds from that arena. And then we unfortunately ran out of time. I was going to do one more clear, but we did about 12 rounds here in this arena, so not really that many. And those 12 rounds got us 13, another 13, another 13, and another 13. And I think that comes out to 52 units, which is actually pretty close to the 5-star basic arena for even less rounds done, and much better value than the 6-star featured arena for even less rounds done. So you can see, for the amount of rounds that you do, until you get to the very higher tier milestones, especially in this arena, it does start to get harder and harder. Once you start to have to clear 300,000 points, then the value is actually better in the 5-star basic arena. And for those who have a somewhat developed 6-star roster, the value might actually be better at this point to do the first several milestones in the 6-star featured arena. So if you are an avid arena grinder and you're pushing to 2 million points in the Summoner's Trials and you're completing the whole 6-star basic arena milestones, at that point, it actually would be beneficial for you to do at least the first few milestones here in the 6-star featured arena. But if you're not really grinding that hard in the arena, you just want to pick up the easy units for the time you have, it's probably better to stick to Summoner Trials and the 6-star basic, because otherwise you also have to do the first 5 rounds to get to a streak of 3 in the 6-star featured arena, whereas that time might be better spent in the 6-star basic arena, clearing another section to get another 15 units. So that is my opinion on the 6-star featured arena. It is fairly valuable for those who have a reasonably developed 6-star roster, and for those who are completing multiple of each of the multiple of the milestones in each of these other arenas. But if you're a more casual grinder, I would say stick to the Summoner Trials and 6-star basic, with the one exception is that when hero use and arena points solo events are on, you get more points from using your 6 stars. So you might want to go into the 6-star featured arena. But again, you can use those 6 stars in the 6-star basic to help you get more of those milestones, which again is actually going to get you more units for your time invested. So it's a take it or leave it kind of thing. Each person's a bit different. And I think it depends on how far you're going to go in each of these other arenas. But for me, I'm primarily going to focus on the Summoner Trials and the basic arena. Unless I'm clearing most of the milestones, then I'll probably start to dip into some of the featured arena. So I do hope that this was a helpful breakdown. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I hope to see you in the next video.